Hello friends, I hope you and your families are doing good. I am Priyanka Purohit from Shadi Samriddhi Guidance SSG. So this is the third part of Accounting Standard 20. In this part we will cover PM questions except one question which will be covered in the fourth part. So now let us look into the practice manual questions of Accounting Standard 20. M Limited has equity capital of rupees 40 lakh consisting of fully paid equity shares of rupees 10 each. The net profit for the year 2016-17 was rupees 60 lakhs. It has also issued 36,000 10% convertible debentures of rupees 50 each. Each debenture is convertible into 5 equity shares. So the convertible number of equity shares is 36 divided into 5, 1 by 5. So it will give us 18,000 equity shares. The tax rate applicable is 30%. We have to compute the diluted earnings. So first, the interest on debentures of rupees 10% at the rate of 10% for the year, we have to compute that. 36,000, that is the number of convertible debentures, into their price, that is 50. That will be multiplied into 10%. We will get the interest on debentures, that is 1,80,000. This interest we will be saved from paying because the debentures will now be converted into equity shares. But along with this saving on interest, we will lose the tax shield on the interest. So we will compute that also first. So tax on interest at the rate of 30% would be 180 into 30%, it is 54,000. So this we have to reduce it from the interest. So the adjusted net profit would be 60 lakhs as was given in the question. Net profit was of 60 lakhs plus 1,80,000 minus this 54,000. So the adjusted net profit would be 1 lakh 26,000. Here we have to only compute the diluted earning. Had we have to calculate the diluted EPS, then we would have divided this 61 lakh 26,000 will be divided by the revised number of equity shares, that is 36,000. You can write it 36,000 plus 18,000. Then we would have got the diluted EPS also. But in this question only diluted earnings are asked, so we will leave this question here only. So now let's look into the next question. From the following information furnished to you, you are required to compute the basic and diluted EPS earning per share for the accounting year 2017 and the adjusted EPS for the year 2016. So the net profit for both the years are given to us, 16 and 17, that is 75 lakh 50,000 and 1 crore 25,000. Also, number of equity shares as on 1/4/2016 are 50 lakh 250. Bonus issue is done on 1/1/2017. That is one share for every two held. Number of 12% convertible debentures of rupees 100 each are issued on 1/1/2017. That is on the same date, 1 lakh. The conversion ratio of debentures is 10 shares per debentures. The tax rate is given to us 30%. So we know both these, issue of bonus as well as issue of convertible debentures, both are dilutive in nature. So how we will compute that? First of all, the number of bonus shares issued on 1/4/1/2017 is existingly the number of shares are 50 lakhs 250. So 1 for 2, as it's mentioned in the question, one share for every two held. So half of that would be 25 lakh 125 shares. So also on on issue of convertible debentures as per SEBI guideline on bonus issue, 1 lakh debentures into 10 into half because 1 by 2 because one share for every two held. Because on convertible, if we issue first, we have equity shares and then we are issuing convertible debentures, then if we don't give them the bonus issue, they will be upset because they will say you are issuing convertible debentures but since the equity shareholders will get the bonus issue, and if we don't give the convertible debentures also the bonus issue, they will not enter into the convertible debentures. Hence, as per SEBI guidelines, if bonus shares are issued, then it bonus shares must not be only issued to the equity shareholders but also to the potential equity shareholders, that is in this case convertible debentures. And hence 1 lakh into 10 into 1 by 2, that is 50,000 shares. They will also get bonus shares. So the basic earning per share for 2000 for the year 2016-17 would be net profit for the year ended 2017, that is 1 crore 25,000 in this case, plus the weighted average number of the equity shares, that is originally there were 50 lakhs 250 shares, then on the existing shares we have issued a bonus, that is 25,000 25 lakhs 125, and again on the convertible debentures, not the convertible debentures, on the convertible debentures we have the issue bonus, we have to give them bonus shares, so that is 1 5 lakh. So this will give the EPS to us. Adjusted earning per share for the previous year would be again the earnings for that year and now divided by the, similarly we will take this weighted average number of equity share in the previous year and we will compute the adjusted earning per share for the previous year. So for now the diluted EPS we have to do. Interest expense for the current year was 12 lakh. How 12 lakh? Because 12% interest was given on the convertible debentures, and then we have to reduce the tax relating to the interest expense, that is 3 lakh 60,000. So the adjusted net profit for the current year would be 1 lakh 25,000 plus this 12 lakh minus 3 lakh 60,000, and this is will be only for the 3 months. Why 3 months? Because the convertible debentures are, as well as bonus are issued on the 1st of January 2017. So only 3 months, Jan, Feb and March are to be considered, and hence it's only 3 by 12, which will give us the adjusted net profit, because this profit is only for 3 months interest. Now we will calculate the number of equity shares resulting from conversion of debentures, that is 1 lakh into 10, that is 10 lakh shares. Earlier we have just computed the bonus on such debentures, that is 5 lakhs, but now the convertible debentures are actually 10 lakhs. The number of equity shares to use to compute diluted EPS will be 50 lakh 250 as was the case earlier, then 25 lakh 125, which is the bonus on the existing equity shares of 50 lakh 250, and then the bonus on the convertible debentures, that is 10 lakhs 5, we will compute 1 by 2, that is 5 lakh, and now plus the convertible debentures will be considered only for the 3 months. Why 3 months? Because they are issued only in this period. So 10 lakh into 3 by 12, which will give us the revised equity number of shares for diluted earning per share as 82 lakhs 50,375. So the diluted earning will be this revised net profit adjusted for the current year, which is 1 lakh 2,000 1 crore to 2 lakh 35,000 divided by 82 lakh 50,375, which will give us the diluted EPS of 1.24. Earlier the EPS was 1.25 and now it's 1.24. So there is a dilution in EPS. As per AS20, bonus shares issued to existing shareholder and to convertible debenture holders on conversion of debenture into shares are an issue without consideration. Therefore, it is treated as if it had occurred prior to the beginning of 1516 and the earliest period reported. Now let us look into the last question of practice manual for AS20. The directors of Aqua Limited are considering the acquisition of existing company Bose Limited engaged in the line of business suited to them. The financial data at the time of acquisition being Aqua Limited and Bose Limited, net profit after tax, number of shares, market price per share, that is MPS, and earning per share, that is EPS, and also price earning ratio are given to us. What is price earning ratio? Price earning ratio is MPS divided by EPS. The 150 divided by 5 will give you 30. It is expected that the net profit after tax of the two companies would continue to be 43 lakh 20,000. How 43 lakh 20,000? They have just added these two figures. 36 lakh plus 7 lakh 20,000 will give you 43 lakh 20,000. Aqua Limited would pay the amount in the form of shares of Aqua Limited. Explain the effect of EPS on the merged company if Aqua Limited offers to pay rupees 60 per share to the shareholder of Bose Limited. So this question you might have solved in your SFM also, in the chapter merger and acquisition. We will see in this case also. So in the given case, Aqua Limited offers to pay rupees 60 per share to Bose Limited. So the exchange ratio would be the price that is it is willing to pay, that is 60, and divided by the market price of Aqua Limited. As you know, the formula to compute the exchange ratio is target company divided by the acquisition company. So here MPS would be considered as 60 and not 50. They will pay 60 and divided by the Aqua Limited, that is the acquirer company, that is 150. So the exchange ratio will come to 0 0.4. It means Aqua Limited would give 0 0.4 share for every 1 share of Bose Limited. In other words, since it is in decimal, you can convert it to whole number, that is Aqua Limited would give 2 shares for every 5 shares of Bose Limited. The total number of shares to be issued by Aqua to Bose would be, the number of shares were in case of Bose Limited were 3 lakh. 3 lakh multiplied by 0.4 per 0.4, that is the exchange ratio, would give us the number of shares to be issued by Aqua to Bose, that is 1,20,000 shares. So the total number of shares of Aqua Limited after acquisition would be, originally it was having 7,20,000 shares. Now it will issue another 1,20,000 shares to Bose Limited. So the total number would change to 8,40,000. So the calculation of EPS of the amalgamated company would be net profit after interest and tax divided by the total number of shares. In this case, they have already said that the net profit after tax would continue to remain as 43 lakh 20,000. So we will consider this only, 43 lakh 20,000 divided by this total number of shares after acquisition will give us the EPS 5.14. So after amalgamation, the EPS of Aqua Limited will improve from 5.5 from 5 to 5.14. Earlier it was 5. So after acquisition, since it's beneficial to him, the EPS will increase of Aqua Limited to 5.14. So by this we have completed the entire accounting standard 20. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. If you have any queries, you can mention them in the comment section below. Also, please join our Telegram channel for any discussion. Thank you so much for watching.